Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? I haven't even had my cup of coffee this morning, but I just kind of wanted to go on and do a video this morning. Um, I'm rambling, but hopefully I can make some sense. I hope I can. I think what I want to talk about is my why am I being quiet? I'm used to being quiet because I have roommates. I don't have a roommate today, so I can be a little bit louder. All right. So I'm kind of talking about this situation, a lot of situations. But I recently, I'm a conservative. I'm a black conservative, and I live in a pretty liberal town, and I write for a street paper, and I have expressed my conservative views in that paper. Um, why I voted the way that I did, why I voted for Trump, and then I wrote another article, sort of defending that, sort of reiterating what I said in the first article. And people didn't really, fall in line with what I said, but they said they respected me. So, they say this thing about news. News is when you, when a dog bites a man, it's not news. When a man bites a dog, that's news. And I think I'm sort of biting the dog on this. Um, my most recent article was about undocumented immigrants and why I think it's a bad thing and why I think we're not ready for sanctuary cities, even though we think we are. Americans really believe that they are ready to open their arms to people and embrace them and take them in um, wherever they are in the world. And I said we aren't. We aren't ready for sanctuary cities. You know, um, we're still very emotionally immature in this country. We see people, we base things on our emotions. We see someone who is suffering, and like that little kid, Mommy, can I bring it home? Can I bring home the puppy? Can I, and I'm not comparing people to a puppy because somebody's going to say that, but I am comparing the emotion to that. People want to take in everybody that they feel sorry for without having the emotional capacity to actually take care of them. And that's where we are. That's where we are right now in this country. We're not mature enough to take in other people. Our emotions are based pretty much on um, people who are from a distance, people who are on the other side of the world. It's easy to feel compassion or think you care about something, when they're thousands of miles away. But if you can't take care and care for the people in your own backyard, you're not ready to go seeking people around the world to take care of. You're just not. You got people right here homeless, and that's almost a bad word. People pass by with laser vision. These same people that are going all over the world trying to show compassion to people, making sanctuary cities for people who are coming in illegally to this country. But they can't. But they walk right by the people in their own backyard who's suffering. How are you going to bring in refugees and you can't deal with the people in your own backyard? There are people right here in crisis. So I don't get that. I remember when the refugee crisis, the Syrian refugee crisis happened, and there was talk about bringing Syrian refugees in. This businessman came up and said, I've got all this land. And I'm like, what? I was just shocked that an American would admit that he had all of this land and we've got all these people on the streets in America and he never offered his land there. So, I mean, the grass always looks greener on this other side. But you got to do the basics. You got to be mature. You got to eat your vegetables first before you can go for the dessert. And a lot of people are thinking that, you know, bringing in refugees, they're going to be able to take care of them. And it's just not the truth. There is a man who they call, there's some name um, in a city where he is a refugee. They didn't know how to take care of him. He's running around. Now they're calling him all kinds of names and calling him all sort of saying this bizarre behavior, and he's an enigma to them. And the reason is because they didn't know what to do. Once you get here and become part of the system, if you lose your home, no one has compassion. We're civilized. We should be able to give someone like that the psychological, mental health support uh, that he needs. But we don't. We don't. Can you imagine the crisis someone has gone through being a refugee in his own country and now being homeless in America? We don't even understand the dynamic of what happens when people become homeless. We think it's just a walk in the woods. We pass people every day. It's just and we think it's the norm. That's what's really sad. We think homelessness is the norm in this world. So come on, clean up in your own backyard, I think, before you go running around and trying to provide sanctuary for other people. We haven't even gotten to the point where we can have tent cities for people who are suffering in America. And let me tell you, people losing their homes is a very common thing. Anybody listening to this could lose their home within this year before uh, the next 5 or 10 years, because the economy is fickle. You don't know. I didn't expect to lose mine, and I've been through some financial crisis, but you never expect the bottom to really drop out. Well, it can. It can. And we need to learn how to solve that problem before we try to take on others. Okay, that's the whole gist of this video. And you know what? I hope to talk to you soon. Peace.